As the summer heats up, there's a lot going on in St. Lucie County. Here to fill us in will be St. Lucie County Commissioner Kathy Townsend, next on Inside St. Lucie. Hello and welcome to this edition of Inside St. Lucie, SLC TV's monthly government affairs show. I'm your host, Eric Gill, Communications Director for St. Lucie County. Now there's a lot going on in local government, and to fill us in will be District 5 Commissioner Kathy Townsend. But before we meet our guest, here's some upcoming events and announcements from the Board of County Commissioners. St. Lucie County's summer reading program continues through July, so make sure you and your family are logging your reading hours using the Beanstack app. And don't miss the various in-person events at all of our branch libraries. For more information, visit stlucieco.gov/library. Don't miss Parks and Recreation's Back-to-School Splash Jam at all 3 county pools. These free family pool parties will take place across 3 days from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., weather permitting. On Monday, July 28th at the Ravenswood Pool located in Port St. Lucie, on Tuesday, July 29th at the Lakewood Park Pool in northern St. Lucie County, and Wednesday, July 30th at the Boatwright Pool in Fort Pierce. Now for the latest updates about all St. Lucie County Commission meetings, workshops, and events, be sure to visit our website at stlucieco.gov and click on our comprehensive calendar. We're also on all the social media channels at St. Lucie Gov, so we hope you'll follow us there. And if you'd like to be added to our press release distribution list, send us an email at pio@stlucieco.gov, and we'll be happy to include you. We're going to take a quick break. Before we do, we're going to check in with the latest economic development stats. St. Lucie County's tourism revenue continues to show an increase over previous month, with April's collections coming in nearly 10% higher than last year. So far this fiscal year, collections are up more than 17% from last year. Overall building activity in St. Lucie County increased 1.3% in April, with 1,288 applications submitted compared to March. This was a 2.9% increase over the same month 1 year ago. According to the Florida Realtors Association, the median home sale price in St. Lucie County was $395,000, roughly 2% less than it was a year ago, while condo values increased by 6% with the median price at $333,900. St. Lucie County's unemployment rate remained the same in April at 4% compared to March. Statewide, the unemployment rate was 3.5%. The largest increase in the labor force on the Treasure Coast was in education and health services with 1,800 new jobs, followed by transportation and utilities with 1,000 new jobs, and government with 500 new jobs. According to CareerSource, in April, non-agricultural employment in our area reached 2,800 jobs, an increase of 1.6%. If you work for a local business looking for skilled or trained labor, be sure to contact the staff at CareerSource as they can assist your company with its recruitment and training needs. And if you're an individual looking for a job, they can help you as well. Visit CareerSource online at careersourcerc.com or call 1-866-4U2-HIRE. Welcome back to Inside St. Lucie. I'm your host, Eric Gill, Communications Director for St. Lucie County, and I have Commissioner Kathy Townsend with me this month.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming on.
Absolutely.
So we're getting to the heat of summer, which there are a lot of things going on, mainly for you guys at your budget workshops in early July. So
It's going to be an interesting year.
How is that budget? Because I know we're talking to the county administrator a little bit, and just, we've seen a lot of unfunded mandates come down. I think our Medicaid expenses, we usually budget around $250,000, $300,000, and this year the bill was $1.7 million. So a lot of unexpected costs that came down. So what are your thoughts on how as we get into the budget workshops?
Well, I think that all the departments know that we're going to have to hold. Nobody's really going to get a whole lot. It's got to be an emergency and a necessity, right? Yeah. But we're very blessed. We have people that have worked with us for years and years and years. And so cost of living, you all deserve your raise. So even if we didn't add anything to the budget, it would go up some simply because you all deserve a raise.
Well, and just cost of doing business
Right.
goes up.
And so then you also have to put in there, asphalt's gone up, chemicals to take care of our pools has gone up. So you're not going to ever be able to have a budget unless you take something away just simply because of the cost of living. And I know an argument would be, can you take things away? Yeah, you can take things away. But then again, with homelessness and the price of everything, there's a lot of families that depend on those services that are the services we could cut, right? So if we were to take away something to not have to add to the budget, it would come to closing the parks, closing the libraries, closing the pools, all those services that are offered that are free to the public, that a lot of people that can't afford to go really depend on those services for their family, especially the libraries and the parks.
Yeah.
So you don't want to do that. You don't want to take away those services. And I can tell you that this board is not going to raise the millage rate. We will hold it. I don't think that we will be able to do a rollback. I mean, that has been discussed. I would love to see that. I don't think a rollback is going to happen. And I have to kind of be careful what I say because this year's in July and we won't have voted yet. So I have to be cautious of that. But this board is very mindful. We did have a workshop 2 weeks ago, and I think eyes were opened, especially by some of our new commissioners that thought that, you know, we're going to take everything away and we're going to cut this and cut that. I think during that workshop, when we broke each department down, they were able to see that there really is not a lot of departments that are overstaffed, which I think one of the commissioners felt at one point there was. I think after seeing that and looking at the full-time employees and seeing that even out of the 800 and some odd employees that we have, only 472 of those are funded through the general fund.
Sure.
So it was an education, I think, for a few of the commissioners. And the other thing is, you know, a lot of times the community thinks, well, my taxes pay for that. My taxes pay for this. And my taxes pay for that. Why can't you do this? Out of our $800 million budget, our ad valorem taxes coming in that they actually contribute is only $200 million. We have to come up with another $600 million on our own, right?
Yeah.
And so, yes, their taxes do pay for some services, but there are services, many services that we provide and that we do that our property taxes does not fund, has nothing to do with it. Plus our enterprise funds, you know, like the landfill and the garbage. Our taxes contribute nothing to that. That is an enterprise fund that totally provides for itself.
Yeah.
And so I know people get upset about garbage, and they should, which shout out to our garbage people because it's getting hot. Garbage stinks to begin with. And in the blazing summer, it's even worse. And it's amazing to me to see how people really do their garbage sometimes. You can't just take garbage to the curb and lay it all over the road and whatever. Be a little bit more respectful to your garbage man, just like you would your cleaning girl or your yard guy, right?
Yeah.
Those guys put up with a lot. They're out there cold, hot, rain, whatever. And they're underpaid for what they have to do every day. But I will say that, you know, we had our issues back a couple of years ago, but they've rectified themselves and they're back on track. So, and again, that's a service that is in your taxes. It's $300 and some odd a year. So you can't cut garbage service. So you have to sit there and line by line things. The other thing is, you know, we fund our constitutional offices and we have no say in that. They come in, they submit their budget. A couple of them are, you know, pass-throughs. The sheriff is a big portion. The sheriff is 53% of our general fund. And he is asking for millions of dollars this year. I'm sure we'll find a path and we'll get there eventually. We'll meet in the middle somewhere.
Sure.
But the Citizens Academy class, I think, is a good start for a lot of people to come and take that class.
Absolutely.
It's free. And it's, you know, it breaks a lot of stuff down. And I don't know anybody that's went through that class that didn't take away something and really want to come back and do like Citizens Academy too. And they wanted to get more into, like somebody yesterday said to me, I enjoyed that class and I learned a lot, but I wish there was a class I could come back that you could break down like the planning and zoning part of stuff, like the land use.
Sure.
Where does it go? Because I hear people out there saying the commissioners didn't have to do that. But then sometimes I watch a meeting and I hear y'all say, well, it's in the comp plan. So what does that mean?
Sure.
Right. And it
we
is
love to
confusing.
speak in acronyms in government and catchphrases. And, you know, we talked about even during the meetings, we would have lower thirds maybe. So when you say PUD, we'd put up a little graphic, say planned unit development, explain what that is. And,
but people don't know what a planned unit development is.
Yeah.
It's like people don't know what a comp plan is.
Sure.
And so I have said actually for a couple of years, I think it would be neat to have a planning and zoning meeting and let people come in and understand the process. So like, for example, Andrea Road, there are projects that were approved 15, 16 years ago. And that's not uncommon to sit there and be on hold. Just like the behind the Benny House, that project, people are saying, oh, it's back up for sale. That's what people do. They get the land, they come in, they get the land use changed, they get the site plan approved, and then they don't want to develop it. That's what they want to do, right? Now they have an approved project, now it's worth more money. I'm going to sit and then I'm going to sell it. And then somebody that builds comes in, buys that. They don't want to go through the headaches and the hassle. They're buying something already approved.
Yeah.
So it's actually two separate entities and two separate businesses that do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know as a commissioner if that's their intent. I would have never
Sure.
thought that after everything WGI went through that they would put that property back up for sale. But they were a new guy in town. Nobody really knew a whole lot about them.
Yeah.
I didn't approve that project, but it was approved.
Sure.
So and now it's for sale. Look
Yeah.
at the piece on Rouse Road.
Yeah.
That's been back on the market now for 4 years.
Yeah.
And who would have thought after everything they went through on that project that it would have went back up for sale? So people don't understand, and I don't want this to become Miami Beach any more than you or anybody else that lives here. I mean, I want what I had back in the 80s.
Yeah.
But it's property rights and it's legality.
Yep.
And no offense to attorneys, but an attorney can sue if it meets the comp plan and they're going to go out there and get a new car, take a great vacation and come back, win the case, and then they're going to have an even higher density because they won the case. They're not going to be so willing to come to the table where when they first come in the door, you can talk to them and say,
Sure.
I want more green space. I want less density. I don't want an access out here on Inderio Road. This is what I want. And they're more willing to work with you and to be a little more forgiving.
Sure.
If they sue and come back and they win, they're going to take full density, take everything they can, and they're going to tell you to go pound sand.
And then our taxpayers are going to have to fund that bill to fight that in court. And I know you
And
said
then you
that
lose the money.
Yeah, you said that a few times
Right.
in meetings. Like, you know, we understand people want to stop the growth, but really the only way to do that is take it out of the public coffers and put it under, you know, like a preserve or, you know, a county, you
Right.
know, managed. And then you've got the other people. Well, now you're decreasing the tax base because you're taking this out of the private, you know, ownership. But
And we have purchased quite a bit of land this last year, I think. So I've never been a fan of really taking property off the tax roll when it's paying taxes. But I will say that the purchases we've done in the last 2 years were justifiable. The one purchase that we did for our utilities plant and for our garbage, you know, 10, 15 years from now, if we need land, you're not going to get it for what we paid for that. It's going to be three
Yeah.
times that. So you do have to be forward thinking out 20 years when I'm not here. But what am I leaving to my grandchildren? And what am I leaving to the next board coming forward? And I want them to look back and say, you know what, the commissioners that were here in the, you know, in 2000 and 2024 or whatever, that they had the foresight. People thought it was a bad decision then, but I'm glad that if any of those people are alive today to say they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
So even though you might have been 24 years old back then,
Yeah.
look at you now where you're a more mature adult. And now you can maybe see that hindsight's 50-50, right? They did that and now they've saved because now it would be 50 million.
yeah,
Just like at the airport, there's some opportunities out there
Sure.
at the airport. And, you know, if we're going to have airlines come in, we're going to have to build the hangars. And there's opportunities out there to purchase some things now. And we might have to purchase them. We wouldn't have to sit on them. We could rent them, right?
Yep.
But it would be there if an airline came in and said, I want to come. If an airline, we don't do that and they come in, we know it's 2 years by the time you get permitting, something goes up.
Yeah.
So in 2 years, are they still going to want to come? Maybe we're building that hangar for nothing because they've changed their mind and walked away. Where if we have a hangar sitting there, we have a tenant in and tell them it's only for rent year to year.
Mhm.
That way, if an airline does want to come in, we can tell them we have it. It'll be available March of 26.
Yeah.
So, it's no different than planning your life, right? Like you're young, you want the big house, picket fence,
Yeah.
2-story and pool. And then you get in your 60s, you're like, no, I want to downsize. I want a smaller house. I want less cars. I don't want a pool, right?
Yeah.
So it's just forward thinking and thinking about where you want to be to save for the future because
Yeah.
land's not going to get any cheaper.
No. And I think about in 97 when we bought when I say I wasn't working here then, I was a reporter, but when they bought the port property at Harbor Point,
Right.
you know, and now, 20 something years later, that's still, but now we're moving forward with a boat ramp and a plan and, and we finally got the other piece, under, when you were county commissioner of the actual working waterfront port, and that's generated revenue, for the county.
But
And
look at back in the 80s, that board bought all that property for the airport with the vision
Yeah.
of the airport. And look how long it has sat there. And it has been because there's been a board that just didn't want the airport. That wasn't their vision.
yeah.
But in the last 8 years, it has been a vision. And it's finally coming to fruition. And it's probably not going to happen and be fully built out in the next 4 years, but it will be a start because it is the vision of this board. So if we were to go and purchase that land today, can you imagine what we would be paying for that? And that airport was going to be the biggest economic driver of this entire county 10 years from now.
Yeah. And and like you said, there's a lot of room to grow because of the forward thinking back, in the 80s with Curtis King, who was the airport director, and the board and administration at the time that allowed them to buy up that property because, once houses are built on it, it's a lot harder and more expensive process to go through it and take it over to public ownership. So
yeah, it was a board back then. It was there was a couple commissioners that fought it, but Curtis King, Judy Culpepper,
Minix, I think.
Minix, Minix fought hard for that airport. He was a warrior for that airport, along with Curtis King. And thank goodness the two of them never gave up. And I believe Culpepper was the third deciding vote that pushed it over for them to go in there and start moving and doing it. Because they had that vision, someday, Curtis King is the main road going in. Maybe someday something should be named after Mr. Minix too, because he was actually the second one that really had that vision with Curtis King to see it go through. So maybe we need to find something to name after Mr. Minix, right?
Yeah.
I'm not really a fan of naming buildings after people, but sometimes there are things that's huge like that I do think recognitions deserve.
Well, you mentioned too parks and libraries earlier when we were talking about the budget. They're busy this summer. I understand Parks has expanded a lot of their swim programs. They are doing more swim lessons, and I know we've got some great partnerships with Sunshine Laundry. They just recently came and made a donation to the board to help pay for swim lessons, and that's important as well. And summer reading programs are up and running. So.
And I know I get a lot of calls about the pools. I get bashed as a commissioner that Lakewood Park pool is never open, and that's my fault. As a commissioner, I have no say over when a pool's open or not. And a lot of times Lakewood Park is an old pool, and I'm being told that when it's closed, it's because they're waiting on a part to come in.
Well, and I also know they're short-staffed. They've been having the last few summers. We've had trouble recruiting
lifeguards.
Yeah.
I was going to say that's my next thing. It's a part or it's the lifeguards.
Yeah.
So if anybody's out there and you want a lifeguard job,
the
county's hiring that and 911.
Yes, those are always two open positions.
So the library's doing a lot of stuff too this summer. A lot of different programs.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see. And are y'all still doing the song thing?
Yes, the Bundy Music Minute. Yeah. They've added some new online features too. There's a new app called Canopy where you can watch documentaries and movies, and so you don't have to pay for that Netflix or Hulu subscription.
Now, what is this?
It's called Canopy. It's like a Netflix, but you put your library card in and you get free access to movies and documentaries and concert films.
So you do it online?
Yep. Yeah. Or you can even put the app on your TV. Like if you have a Roku TV, you can add the Canopy app.
Well, I didn't know about that.
Well, I'm telling you now.
You need to put that up there. Let people know about that.
We have. You got to start watching more Monday Music Minutes because I've mentioned a few of the music documentaries I saw recently. So.
Yeah, no, that's good to know because I know a lot of people that don't have cable. They do just the apps on the smart TV.
Yeah, and then the library even does some tech training classes on how to, if you want to cut your cable or different solutions, and they have those soft programs right there through the library. So
good.
Yeah. So what else is going on with you this summer? Personally, any vacation trips?
I am.
Yeah.
I'm going to be taking a trip to Greece with a dear friend of mine that's getting married.
Wow.
And possibly going back to Canada. There's a gentleman there that's trying to relocate here, one of his companies, to the airport.
Nice.
So I'll probably be taking a trip back to Canada to meet with him one last time. And we're trying to get him here. And other than that, it's going to be budget and then remodeling my house.
Okay. Get all your permits.
I will, but I live in St. Lucie Village. It's a little bit easier there.
Okay, that's
We're
true.
not as challenging as we are here in the county. That's why I stay there, because they're a little bit more sensible.
I know we do. We have the planner of the day to walk people through. We're trying to help.
You do, but I think that it's difficult sometimes to navigate the process for the county.
Yeah. Well, again, that's why, I think, like you said, too, getting back to that Citizens Academy, I think that, I agree. The 6 weeks is a great surface level, but you can dive down into each department and learn so much. You can probably do a 6-week session on each department.
I mean, in all fairness, I understand that a lot of the things in the building department is not us. It's state mandated, and it's the Florida Building Code. And I understand that. But there are things that we require that are not required in the village, the little town that I live in. And so it's a simple process there. And it's just a quiet little waterfront community. And those of us that live there love it. And I've been there for 30 years. So.
Well, speaking of building, there was something that's come up a lot lately as the Live Local Act. And I know City of Fort Pierce's and residents on South Hutchinson Island are upset about a proposed massive development right there at the former mobile home park, which is Causeway Cove now, right next to the plant. And I've seen some residents tell you guys, we need to opt out. But according to our interpretation, I don't think we have an opt out.
Well, we're going to have legal look at that because I have received a lot of emails. You've seen them.
Yep.
And if you read it the way they're reading it, it's based on how much affordable housing you currently have. And it's stating in what they're showing that we have enough. That we have enough affordable housing that we have the right to opt out of the Live Local Act. However, when you look at the law, I don't know where the statistics come from because we don't have affordable housing here.
Yeah.
We don't have that much, nor do we have Section 8, a lot of it here. So I don't know where they pulled that data from. And, with AI and the internet and everything, I'm not saying that they did this. So I hope nobody misunderstands me. But you can take anything. You can do AI. You can go on the internet. You can do your own thing and send it in, and everybody thinks because they saw it on the internet it's real. Okay, to be able to opt out of it, that'd be a wonderful thing. I'd love to opt out of it because I can tell you there's a couple people coming to the county that their projects weren't pushed through. They plan on doing Live Local. So for us to have that opportunity, I think would be a good thing. But until legal really looks at that and gets more into the in-depth language of that, I'm not going to say that we can opt out of that because they've not told us that that's an option yet, and they're still researching that. But again, it's good that the public is out there and they're seeing this and they're watching this and they're reaching out to us and they're letting us know this. I think that's a wonderful thing. So the city does have a couple places. There's one on Seaway Drive where one's trying to do something further down towards the jetty, and they're saying the Live Local, and then the Causeway Cove. Those are two that they are saying that they're going to pull that. We do have 3 areas in the county that their projects were denied. 2 have said that they're going to do Live Local.
Is that the one on 25th Street area? Yeah.
But the one on 25th has come back around with another plan and has revised a lot of it in hopes that they can gain support. And if they can, then they're not going to do the Live Local. And it is a much better plan. So it'll be interesting to see the conversation that comes from that. Plus, I think at the time that they came through, a lot of the residents and some of the board members, they weren't familiar with the Live Local Act and how it could happen. And so now there's been a lot more education. And so, the conversation I think is going to be much different.
Yeah. And I think the intent from the legislature was good, right? They wanted to make more affordable housing, but then the Live Local Act then bypasses local ordinances and allows for higher than normal density because you're offering more affordable housing, which I know is something cities and counties have been kind of fighting with the state for years about home rule, right? Let us, St. Lucie County is not the same as Henry County or Polk County or,
Right. Well, that's why we always argue that, because what Okeechobee versus St. Lucie, what Okeechobee needs and their lifestyle there is not what they would want to see coming from here. Now they come here, it's a 45-minute drive, an hour drive. They come here and they use our services. They go to our beach. They come here for a lot. The Okeechobee residents do. And that's great. They're our neighbor and we work very well together. We do a lot of things together with Okeechobee. But what should be mandated for there is not what should be mandated here. We've got Port St. Lucie. Port St. Lucie is a game changer for this entire county. If it was just Fort Pierce and the unincorporated county, we would be more similar to Okeechobee. But Port St. Lucie puts us in a whole different league of its own, right? And so what would be good for us would definitely be devastating to Okeechobee County. Same thing as your rural counties up in North Florida, the Panhandle. So we always argue. it shouldn't be one thing fits all, because every county is different. It's based on population. It's based on the culture that lives in that community and county. Like your Panhandle people, a lot of them are more, country folks, more from Georgia, that type of life. And you can't go up there and tell them that this has to be done. It was just like when the SROs came out, the school resource officers. They expected the school to come up with millions of dollars to fund that. Like, where does the money come from? The other conversation you've heard it is the governor talked about doing away with property taxes. I'd be in great favor of that. However,
how would we pay for 911
how
operators?
are we going to pay for stuff? Because again, $200 million of our $800 million budget is property taxes. So if you take that away, where are we going to make up $200 million? And it's not just us. I don't know how any county would survive. I'm all for doing it, but there would have to be another path forward to bring in that revenue in order for the budget to be.
Well, even I know now, and the state just passed their budget, and it gives the governor the ability to look at local government budgets. But even our budget is going to be different than, say, because we have a nuclear power plant, so we need a radiology coordinator, somebody to focus on that. We have a port, an inlet. Other places may not need a coastal engineer, to worry about beach erosion. And so, again, that one size fits all isn't going to work. So it'll be interesting to see how
it's going to be very interesting. I'm glad they found a path forward and they met. I'm glad that they got there. It's going to be interesting to see a lot of the language that came out of this session on not so much DeSantis, but the new governor, whoever that will be coming in, how they will interpret and how they will react to some of the laws and the power that's been given to the governor to make those decisions. So it's going to be important to make sure, when you are out there choosing your new governor, that you have somebody that's level-headed and going to look at things. Not that DeSantis isn't, but I'm just saying, these are all things that you have to think about now, because the governor has been empowered with a lot more decision-making that he can override and veto a lot more stuff based on it. So it was an interesting session. There was some stuff that came out of it, but there was some good that came out of the session too. There always is.
And there's always unintended consequences. Like I think about the Surfside Act and the milestone inspections for condos. Great for public safety, right? We don't want these buildings to fall down on people, but now you've got people living in condos that are getting hit with assessments that are hundreds of thousands of dollars that they weren't planning on. And then now this, they're looking to either local governments, counties or cities or state saying, hey, you got to help us out here,
Well, there's people that are in these condos that a couple of them are homeless. I mean, I know a condo on South Beach that just got hit with almost $50,000 in assessments. And when I was talking to this couple, I said, a lot of people can't just write a check for $30,000 or $50,000
or 15,
or 10. And they just assessed like $30,000 to everybody in there just for like the roofs. And I'm like, that's some of those people's total annual income. And if that's what they're living on, by the time they pay the condo fees and what they have to, and if they have a mortgage, how do they save any money that they can come up with $30,000 to just write a check? You're very blessed that you can, but I don't know how. I mean, there was a couple people that called me from a condo on the North Beach, same thing. Two residents are out of there. One is now homeless. The residents in there are trying to rally behind her and try to find a place for her to go and live. She's lost her condo. It was short, she ended up short selling it. So, and it was because she couldn't pay the assessments that they had because the pool needed to be redone and a couple other things. So our homeless is not just people on drugs. Spanish Lakes, there's people that are homeless because they lost their trailers and they didn't have insurance because they were living on their Social Security check of like $1,500 a month. And a lot of them, thank God, had family that they relocated with family. But I met a man the other day that lived in there and he's living in his car. So I'm excited for our homeless shelter to get open. It can't open soon enough.
Well, let's finish the show on something positive. You're the chair of the Tourist Development Council, and I know you guys are doing another locals only campaign this summer.
We are, and we also have our mobile.
The van, is that
our mobile van?
Is that it? We got it on?
Well, we have it.
Okay.
It's been ordered. It's going to be wrapped. and we will be able to be mobile to just go wherever we want to go and set up. We can go to New York, wherever we want to go to promote tourism.
Or even locally. I know
And
Charlotte,
then
tourism
locally-
director, talking about setting up at like Friday Fest or
Right.
things like that.
And like at the Mets game or the safety festival
Festival, yeah.
or the
River
4th
Nights
of
down
July
there. Yeah,
thing
yeah.
that they do at the
Yeah, yeah.
Mid-Florida Center. We'll be able to travel and go places with that. And then they have a couple things going on, actually. They have the restaurants and hotels for the locals
Mhm.
where you can
Yeah.
do kind of like, I call them staycations,
Yeah.
right? And then, they always have the craft breweries
Yes.
that you get to go and visit them.
I'm familiar with that.
I'm sure you are. I wouldn't expect anything less. Do you smoke a good cigar too when you're there?
I don't know. No, I grew up with two smokers that were chain smokers, so that's
Yeah,
a
and
turn off of mine.
it's amazing to see what those microbreweries are doing today. Like Isla Morada, all the stuff that they do
got
there
rum
now.
and gin and
and they're doing a lot more family stuff.
Yep.
They have line dancing there, and they have karaoke there, and they have quite a crowd going on there. Just like Sailfish,
Yeah.
Sailfish is doing well. They're picking up. Even the little Hop Life
Yes. No.
in Port St. Lucie is doing well.
Yeah. They have a disc golf putting league there on Thursday nights.
Yes.
Yes.
So they're being creative, right?
Yeah.
And so there's some fun things I think coming in for the summer.
And we have that on their website, Visit St. Lucie, and I think it's also on the main St. Lucie County website, local deal. So residents, if you want to check out the Seal Museum, I think they're doing buy one, get one free tickets.
They are.
And some other attractions you can check out this summer.
Which the Seal Museum is looking to put on
Expand
their expansion and have their floor that'll overlook the beach. They'll be available for rent for people
Yeah.
that want to have it as a venue to host something there.
Yeah, North Beach has missed that since the Radisson, right? There's no
Yes,
real.
they have.
I remember when that was there. It was the only real, venue.
There's some things that are happening. Like you even have the little tiki pedal thing that you rent that you go out, and then now there's also the other tiki tours.
Taxi, yeah.
The tiki taxi. You've got the airboat tours at White City Park.
Yeah.
So I think you could go out there and have a good summer this summer. You can fish, you can go diving,
Yep.
you can do an airboat tour, you can do a little microbrewery trail and do all those things. You could go kayaking. There's a lot of stuff that you could do to make a summer, plus the stuff that's going to be happening at the libraries.
Yeah. Just stay hydrated. It's really hot out these days.
And also like hurricane season, we can't end the show without that.
Yeah.
We are in hurricane season. Everybody knows what to do, but make sure you have batteries, your flashlight, get you some canned goods, put it in a bin. I pray to God that we don't have anything this year, but
we could use a break this summer.
we can. This county's been hit so many times in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
It's sad what we've had to go through. But you know what? We're a strong community. We always come back stronger, right? So, but still, just be prepared. And, it's simple little things. Get a tote and stick it in it and make sure that you're ready, because look at what happened last year when the tornado popped up really quick. And I know that there were some residents that said, what can we do better to get the messaging out there? And, I've said to them, I don't know what more we can do, right?
Yeah.
You do it. We talk about it. The TV stations talk about it. It's mentioned all the time. And I said, to be fair about that, y'all were getting ready to evacuate.
Yeah, we had opened the shelters.
And
they were
I
open.
said, y'all had made your plans, because I spoke to several of you.
Yeah.
And you were planning on leaving, and you're planning on being gone by 6 o'clock because you knew that the storm was due in that night. And who knew that these tornadoes were going to pop up out of nowhere?
Yeah.
Like they just popped up and we saw them on the screen. Like there was no way to prepare for that.
And that's the problem in tornadoes. There's no advance. We have a few minutes warning. And I think Oscar with our public safety department, when he did the presentation to you all, and they've been going out in the community and HOAs doing that. So many people get focused on the eye of the storm when it's 200 miles, away from us. Pay attention to the weather right here in their backyard, because even, violent thunderstorms can spawn off tornadoes.
They can. And so we can always do better, right?
Sure.
We can always do better. But if you know that season is opened up, just make sure you have your stuff, put it in a bin. And if you know that we're in the path, get out 24 hours prior. Don't sit there and wait.
Yeah.
Because that's when the things that spawn off of that, when it's on the West Coast, things come from that. So if you're in a mobile home or you're in an area that
leave early.
you're going to have to leave early
Yeah.
and just take the safe route, right? And then once it's passed, and if it turns and goes another way, that's okay too. You come back and you come back to heaven, right? You come back to our piece of paradise. So
Right.
just be prepared, flashlight, batteries, some food. We're very, very
Medications.
good. We are well prepared out there. You know that. You're out there during the storms. We'll get the food and water to you.
Hopefully this year there might be some changes at the state and federal level,
Yeah.
but
Red Cross, is first in,
Yep.
and we'll get to you.
Yeah.
And we do a good job at that. And Florida Power and Light's a great partner. They're out there. They get out there and clear the roads
and
as fast as they can.
And other municipalities always step up too. City of Sunrise sent us some extra tarps and water that they had after those tornadoes, and we would do the same. We've done the same in the past.
And there, even with the tornadoes, there was a lot of roofing companies that contacted and said, listen, anybody that is going to save their mobile home, we'll tarp it for free. So, kudos to those that did that, because they didn't have to do that. That was out of their pocket.
Yeah.
And then they ran out of tarps, and then we had the tarps. So I was dropping off tarps, and the roofing companies were going out there and they were tarping the mobile homes, at no charge. So, what goes around comes around. God always provides, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and check on your neighbors, especially the elderly in your neighborhood. Make sure they have what they need before and after the storm.
So we're in a good place, and unfortunately, our taxes, they're not going to go down, but we're going to try to hold them where they are, and just make sure that they watch if they want to break down more, that they watch our meetings, because there's going to be the presentations to try to explain everything. Sign up for the Citizens Academy classes.
And we have a Citizens Budget Committee, too, that looks at that as well. So, I know DOJ is thrown out a lot, Department of Government Efficiency, but our Citizens Budget Committee serves as that. They look at the budget, and departments go before and explain, the inner workings. And they're early in the morning on Fridays, but they are open to the public if you want to come in. And,
anybody can come and listen.
Yep.
And thank you to you and Mike and Stefan and all of y'all for what you do, because I don't think anybody really recognizes y'all enough.
No, it's all right.
You do all of our shows, and you do the public service announcements, and you do everything. So you're important, right?
Thank you.
Even during our hurricane season, you're important. You're the one that gets the messaging out there. So thank you for all that you do.
Well, like you said, with our employees, I did the numbers. I think 87% of our 900 plus employees live in this county. So I always get a little hurt when I see people on social media, the county doesn't care. 87% of us live here. Why would we not care? It's our home too,
Well, it's just like, as a commissioner, the things that they say. I live here.
Yeah.
I live in the same world you do.
You drive the same
I
roads.
drive the same roads. I pay taxes.
Yeah.
I live the same life as you, and I don't like it any more than you do. But there's just certain things a commissioner can do. We're policymakers.
Yeah.
And so I always encourage them, if you have better ideas, share them with me, or run.
Yeah.
And come up here and be a part of this board.
Yeah.
Make a difference. So,
or one of our advisory committees. It seems like we're always putting out a call at least 4 times a year looking for people to serve on different
we're going to have a
advisory
couple availabilities coming up on some of the boards too. So, and I'm always grateful to the people that volunteer their time to do that, because they're not paid.
Nope.
So it's a system, it's a partnership. We all work together, and for all the things that people get frustrated on, I think at the end of the day, we do pretty good. And I think we're a great community. And, out of 67 counties, we probably have the most nonprofits out of any county in the state. And that's what I love most about our community is we rally and we champion behind a need, and we get things done. There was a lady the other day that a little boy went to his coach and said that he didn't want to say anything, but he'd been hiding it, about how his family was living. And they put a call to action out, and within 24 hours, they had food, they had water, they had a stove, they had their electric bill paid and caught up and turned back on.
Yeah.
I'm not saying no other communities do that, but I can tell you that's what this community does best.
Yeah.
So,
well,
yes.
I appreciate your time, Commissioner. I know you're busy, so thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
We're going to take a quick break. Before we do, we're going to check in with some public works projects.
With the 2025 hurricane season underway, members of the Road and Bridge Division recently set up and staged pumps in Palm Gardens and Lakewood Park communities. A 4-inch pump on Regina Drive will help manage water levels in the Hosbine Pond, and a 24-inch pump on Green Dolphin Street will move water into the Fort Pierce Farms Water Control District canal system to help prevent flooding and improve drainage. When needed, these pumps may also be used to draw down water levels in each area before severe weather hits. Stay safe this hurricane season. Find preparedness guides, shelter information, and more at stlucieco.gov/hurricane.
We hope you've enjoyed this edition of Inside St. Lucie, and we hope you'll tune in again next month. If you have topics or subjects you'd like to see covered on the program relating to St. Lucie County, give us a call at 772-462-1791 or send us an email at pio@stlucieco.gov. And if you'd like to see previously aired episodes of this or other SLC TV programs, check out our YouTube channel at youtube.com/stluciegov. I'm Eric Gill, for myself and the staff. Thanks for watching.